I never thought it would just delete the music that way. It's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to just delete the music.
Hi-oh.
Oh, let me turn off studio mode. Let me turn that off. Oh, oh, Lord. Well, I done messed myself up again. I done messed up myself again. Fortunately, my cat's here to keep me company. What's up, man? Yui, I did see what you, and I should have probably gotten to it a little sooner. I did see what you posted in. Look what I found. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Now that that was like put up on air, like I really want to see what's going on with that. So, ugh. Ooh, Jeezers. Give me studio mode, desktop. Okay, transition. Okay.
A little while ago, I covered the situation with the
Oh, Smash JT. Okay, well, I'm gonna take what he says for with a grain of salt here, because it's not like he does anything unintentional, but he does have a very high, very high. I want to say, rate of discontent. I will say.
New York Attorney General Letitia James going after.
Not. Give me a second. All right. Well, I'm back. Had to take medicine. Sorry. All right. Let's see what he has to say.
Valve over loot boxes being ridiculous. So this was the original conversation we had about this Letitia James character. She's in the news again, and oh my God, Gabe Newell wins once again
What
by
did he
doing
do?
absolutely nothing.
What
This
do
is
you
from
mean?
skins.com. New York Attorney General Letitia James, who is suing Valve,
Skins.com. What?
is being referred for criminal prosecution over alleged homeowners insurance fraud. Pirate Nation. New York Attorney General Letitia James, who is suing Valve over loot boxes in Counter-Strike 2 and other games, has been referred to the DOJ for alleged homeowners insurance fraud on 2 properties. The referrals were filed by a Trump administration official on March 25th, 2026.
Now, that doesn't really mean that the lawsuit is going to be over. It just means she got hit by her own shit. So that doesn't really mean like Gabe Newell is like not doing anything to do anything. It just means that Letitia got problems. She got her own problems. So it's not that Gabe Newell didn't do anything for him to do something. This is what I mean by kind of like, well, sometimes Smash JT will like blend certain hyperbolic titles. Gabe Newell wins without doing anything. Might help his case. It doesn't really. So a homeowner's insurance fraud doesn't really have much to do with the lawsuit that is between New York, which Letitia represents, and Gabe Newell, who represents a company. So it's like two different court and lawsuits that are not really related to each other. Yeah, for sure she's getting like hit with like homeowners insurance, but that we don't know what's going to happen after that. It just means that she has more shit to handle. Had a massive headache spree. I had a headache spree too. I accidentally started watching somebody play Marathon again. The question is if New York still wants her to represent them when it all comes to light. Well, it doesn't stop the lawsuit from happening, right? Because Letitia represented, I don't know if she's the one who started it. I don't know, but New York could have very well have started this lawsuit against Valve, right? I don't know why New York AG is suing why a WA company. You're talking about Valve, right? Right? Wait, is it a Washington company? I don't know. But Letitia has always been, apparently throughout her history, she is really good at suing people and winning. Marathon is still coping hard. I think Marathon is in a good place. It's just that it's not at the place where Sony wants it to be, or I shouldn't say Sony. Well, I guess so. Sony owns Bungie, but it's not in the place that they want it to be. It needs to do better, is what they're saying. But right now, as a game, it's honestly just doing fine. Like, you have the rare type of like 0.0001 percenters like me who can't even play the game or watch the game. And then you got everybody else who are doing just fine playing Marathon. Like, so many people are enjoying that game. Not fun enough for Sony to price hike the PS5 once again. Well, of course they did. I don't know if that's like the case. Not price hike. Not fine enough for Sony to price hike. To not price hike. Oh, to not price hike it. Well, of course, I knew what you meant. They price hiked it again. Yeah.
Leading report breaking. New York Attorney General Letitia James has been criminally referred to the Department of Justice. Josh Dunlap. Letitia James is facing 30 years in prison and $1 million in fines.
If she is prosecuted against that, like if she happens to lose that case and has to take that, which is probably not going to happen at all. Most likely, because she's in a powerful position, she'll get some sort of leeway. She'll probably be able to do some sort of plea deal, probably have some sort of bail account, have to step down from her position, and probably won't represent New York for the lawsuit against Valve if that happens. You know,
for falsifying a loan application. Byron Donalds, of course, she should get charged. The left is frantically trying to bury this. Let's check it.
now I'm looking at this from a very midpoint, so I'm not saying anything against her for being a lefty or anything like that, and I'm not trying to represent anything that's like right leaning. I'm just basing things that are like facts without bias.
Valentine's Day a year ago, roses are red, violets are blue. No one's above the law, even when you think the rules don't apply to you.
Hey, I remember Biden said something very similar to that. No one's above the law. Funny how they always parrot the same talking
PS5 is
points.
getting a price hike again,
Valentine's Day, she, of course, referring to
and they
Donald
want to
Trump.
give
Our
excuses
next
as to
guest
why they're doing
using
that,
tweet
but we
against
all
her.
know why. There's a factual reason for why the PS5, like I have my PS5, it's right there by my legs, right? It's by my foot, but I haven't really used it. I use its controllers all the time because the controllers feel very comfortable, but I play on PC with them. But the PS5 as it is right now is a very expensive console for anybody to buy. Even before the whole price hikes, they were very expensive for anybody to buy. Now they're at like what, $800, $900 in some places. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I'm thinking of that's like the normal PS5. The PS5 Pro, I have no idea.
One is above the law, even when you think the rules don't apply to you. Letitia James.
Amazing.
Florida Congressman and Florida gubernatorial.
You just saying
candidate
Washington
Byron
has
Donalds
valves
is
back
with us. Congressman,
due
it's great to
to
see you.
New York
Pretty
AG
ironic,
overstepping their bounds.
karma,
Of course.
payback,
Of course they are.
revenge,
Of course there's like some
all
sort of
apply
state
here.
versus state
Do you think the
thing going
DOJ
on.
actually charges her?
Well, look, if it's clear that
Not buying any more consoles? PS5 can piss off with their woke failure attacks. That's funny. Yeah, true. I think the last console I'm probably gonna buy is probably like the Valve box. I'm seriously gonna try to buy that because of what it is, and it's probably gonna be over $1,000. That because of what's happening with chip shortages, RAMs. Now SSDs is getting hit. So like not just memories, but SSDs now. Like damn.
she violated the law and she was committing
Steam Machine is still a maybe. I would think about investing into that, Yuri. Like the reason why I say invest into that is because not only is it a console, it's also a PC. And as how Valve is going right now, I'm pretty sure, I'm 25% sure. I'm only saying 25%, because they haven't shown real signs of it yet. You know what? I'll bump that up to like maybe 50%. But I think they'll probably have their own OS sometime in like 10 years. They'll have their own OS, their own operating system for a PC. And things are probably going to be based off of like the Valve machine's functions. So I'm just getting ready for what is to come, to be honest.
Going to be the
PS5 is increasing in price because Sony keeps shooting themselves in the foot by wasting money left and right. Is that simple? Yeah, it is that simple.
Always projection. Every single time with these lefty lunatics. Every time. Every time. It's so exhausting. It's like we know it's projection. And there's nothing you can do about it, even though you know it's projection.
Wait, is next week spring? Is next week the week of spring? Is next week the week of spring? Hold on. It just came to mind. When does spring start? It is March 20th. Oh, January, March. It already is. It already is. It already started. Spring already started. Okay. So March is already started. Never mind. We're in spring right now. Thank God. I am so glad we are out of winter. I can spread my arms, go outside with a damn t-shirt, and I don't have to worry about getting like super cold. It's like the right temperature. Although I'm going to be sneezing a lot.
God, it's so tiring.
Turned out to be true, she should be charged. She was quick to charge.
Still $900 USD for the PS5 is not going to go over well.
On a
Damn.
loan application. Well, that's what she's accused of doing right now.
Still pretty
She
cold.
also accused Donald Trump of saying
Yeah,
that
it's spring right now,
Mar-a-Lago
supposedly.
is worth $18 million.
Why'd you look so
We all
sad
know
there?
that was just stupid and a lie.
Oh,
Kinda
she
feel
was the
bad for
one that
her.
did that? Wow.
Wait,
So
what?
She also accused Donald Trump of saying that Mar-a-Lago is worth $18 million. I mean, we all know that was just stupid and a lie.
Oh, she was the one that did that?
I mean, why?
So if
Why?
if they go through their investigation and they find evidence,
Look at her staring him down.
probable cause,
Damn.
that she was committing mortgage fraud for her own benefit, of course she should be charged.
And
That's the way our system of justice works.
It's weird that a lot of that a lot of Democrats are getting ousted for a lot of fraud. And it's weird because it's not just the Democrats. There are Republicans that are being ousted for their crimes just as well. It's just not broadcast as high. And I don't know why. And to be honest, between Republican crimes and Democratic crimes, apparently Democrats have like a higher rate of crimes involving like, you know, political and business. Won't stop the fanboys from eating it, unfortunately. That's true. People will still buy the PS5 $900 or $1,000 no matter what. Democracy is just not what it used to be anymore. Yeah, the United States has always been about a man's personal freedom. There's a lot to benefit from that, but there's also been just the 80% to 90% of corruption that goes on in the government. Like, everybody knows it's there. But the thing is what can we do about it? And the thing is that people say, oh, vote, 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 vote. But the problem is, no matter who we vote for, something always happens. Like, if you vote the best person in office, right, they are clean as a whistle. And they've never done anything wrong. They've done everything on the 100. They're just super hardworking. Guarantee there will be someone on some side that will say, screw him, he did all this, make up some sort of story or make something little look like a big thing, and then eventually that person will seem like a bad guy. And it always happens. It always happens. Nobody takes nuances. Everybody has to take a side. Oh, well, yeah, I was just repeating what Yami said when he talked about that. The fan base is gonna keep eating it up. Yeah, they're like, we have all types of people in the gaming space. Fanboys will never die, and I don't want them to die. I'm just saying they'll never disappear. They'll always be there. I myself was more or less a Sony fanboy myself. My dad was the Microsoft guy. Me and my brother were Sony people, and we literally only bought Sony games. Oh, and Nintendo too. Yeah, I forgot about that. You got some production on the Switch too, though. Yeah. What do you guys think about this?
2023. So that's when she falsified.
So basically,
and that was the same year
Letitia is getting, she's getting hit for like
the timing of that.
Concerns about her being married to her father, is that something we need to look into?
Wait, excuse me?
What?
Excuse me? What? No. Wait, what?
The fuck did he just say? I got need to rewind that one.
Excuse me? Wait, did y'all hear that?
Donald Trump on trial. Do you have any concerns about her being married to her father? Is that something we need to look into?
What? What? Wait, what? What? Whoa. Excuse me? Is this the reason why Alex married his sister cousin? Volume is low? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me... Oh, the volume is low. How do I get you guys to... Okay, hold on.
Two.
Hold on. Let's just say.
On trial. Do you have any concerns
Fascinating, the timing of that.
about her being married to her father? Is that something we need to look into?
Wait,
y'all heard that, right?
What the fuck did he just say? I got need to rewind that one. Hold on a second.
Here, she put Donald Trump on trial. Do you have any concerns about her being married to her father? Is that something we need to look into?
Yeah. Y'all heard that, right? Like, I'm not going crazy. Married to her, what? It's probably the reason why freaking Capcom was just like, by the way, Alex is married to his cousin, his second cousin, twice removed, you know? Also grew up with her, acted like her older brother, was also the one, also carried her around as a baby. I don't even know, I didn't even know about that. What the heck is going on here?
Huh?
Listen, I think everybody's got concerns about that one. You know, that's just not
Wait. What?
something
We're
that
just,
everybody thinks is cool. I don't. It's just weird.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. Select that. Mess that up. Is Letitia James married to her father? Question mark? No, Letitia James is not married to her father, according to public record, and her biography, New York Attorney General Letitia James has never been married. Okay, alright, so her father as her husband. She's never been married, though, apparently. It's also alleged James and her father signed mortgage documents in 1983 stating they were husband and wife. Oh. Okay, I see. It was some sort of probable fraud, some sort of mortgage fraud that they signed a document together, probably to sidewind some sort of law, probably some sort of something must have happened there.
To quote a former person running for the vice presidency that we won't talk about. But look, at the end of the day, this is what happens. You have these officials who want to go on these witch hunts while at the same time they're doing dirt behind the shadows. In the shadows, it's simply wrong. She should be held accountable like anybody else.
Wow. Projection once again. I mean, therefore I am. Is Letitia James renting any of her properties to a family member who isn't a fugitive or felon? New York Attorney General Letitia James is reportedly housing a second criminal family member at her Virginia property. Her grandniece, 21-year-old OnlyFans model Kayla Thompson Harrison, was charged with lying about felony records while trying to buy a gun in 2023. She's barred from owning firearms due to a 2020 malicious wound charge. A few years before, Kayla was also involved in earlier crimes with her sister, Nakia Thompson, a 36-year-old fugitive wanted in North Carolina.
Basically,
What a lovely family.
Yeah, that's her family. I don't blame her trying to protect her family.
Wow. That is,
I kind of don't.
Definitely a family. Clear Patriot says New York.
I kind of don't blame her for protecting her family. That's her family. I mean, you'd probably do what you can do with for your family. So I don't know. I'll give some sympathy there. Most officials have skeletons in their closet, unfortunately. Yeah, that's always true. Always true.
Attorney General Letitia James is an evil witch.
Damn.
She is threatening children's hospitals who end transgender mutilation for minors with prosecution. The fuck is wrong with this woman? The more research I do on this person, the more I'm like, how do some people get into positions of power in this world? Like, holy.
Now, this is an extraordinary move by James.
Yeah, it depends on the circumstances. I'm saying, like, if that family member, you love that family member and that family member loves you or something like that, or depends on you and they did a crime, you probably try to help them. Yeah. Now, if they did something like murder, then yeah, I can't help them. I can't.
It's just the latest controversial move that she has made as Attorney General. She's essentially telling these hospitals that if you comply with federal guidelines, I'm going to prosecute you. I'm going to seek a recovery of damages from you.
He has a lazy eye. I didn't know that.
She's not clear on how far she would go. But the real irony here is that often you hear this mantra from people like James of we have to follow the science. Well, 40 hospitals have suspended these procedures. The AMA has thrown a flag.
She's even got the crazy eyes with one of the lazy eyes.
It's just a lazy eye, Smash. It's just a lazy eye. You don't have to go that far, bro.
I don't know if that's like a giveaway that something's going on upstairs.
No,
or
that's
not
just a
going on
lazy eye.
upstairs.
That is
But,
just a lazy eye.
But something's off about this woman.
On this.
I mean,
said
yeah,
that
there is
the
something
evidence is
wrong.
not clear
Something
that
off,
this
yeah,
is beneficial
but
for these minors.
guaranteed,
The Society of Plastic
it's because of the way she
Surgeons
thinks.
opposes these procedures. And so what James is saying that even if your hospital reaches the same conclusion that this is harmful and that we should not be doing this, you still have to do it because I'm going to charge you as discriminatory. Now,
That is insane. CBS News.
I don't know why he's trying to make. He'll. This is what I. Smash JT will. He'll do this thing where he'll like attack people, in a way like make fun of them. And when I mean attack, I mean like he's going to go after little things to just demean them a little bit for the sake of comedy, which I don't care. I really don't care about that. The one thing I do respect Smash JT to do is to look for the facts. He'll just throw in a lot of his own jokey opinions in the middle of that. But as of like recently, there's been like too much like negative feed. So my feed hasn't been shown. And I've been trying to look at like a lot more positive videos, more fun videos. So his feed is like pushed at the bottom for me right now.
Breaking. A Trump official refers New York AG Letitia James for prosecution after a previous case was dismissed.
So,
which
like,
is probably going to be, let's be honest,
Valve has nothing to do with this video.
Here, because say the line, Bart. Nothing ever happens. CBS News. Trump official refers New York AG Letitia James for prosecution after a previous case was dismissed. Trump administration officials made a new criminal referral against New York Attorney General Letitia James to federal prosecutors in Miami and Chicago for 2 cases of possible homeowners insurance fraud. Sources familiar with the matter told CBS. Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte said in a letter Wednesday to prosecutors in Florida that James may have falsified information on a homeowner's insurance application to a Fort Lauderdale-based company, Universal Property Insurance. Officials in President Trump's administration have repeatedly pursued legal actions against James, a longstanding Trump foe. In a Truth Social post on Wednesday, Mr. Trump wrote that James had been referred again for criminal prosecution for alleged homeowner insurance fraud. Pulte sent one of Wednesday's referrals to Jason Redding Quinones, the U.S. Attorney for Southern District of Florida. That prosecutor is currently leading another investigation into Obama-era officials, including former CIA Director John Brennan, over an intelligence.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to put the cat out. All right. Here you go. All right. Come on, Smickles. Come on, Smickle. We leave it. Okay. All right. What are we missing here? What happened? What's going on?
Assessment that determined that Russia had tried to interfere with the 2016 presidential election to help benefit Mr. Trump. Last year, Quinones also sought records in connection with special
That's not entirely wrong, though. But if Trump was involved, I wouldn't be surprised.
counsel Jack Smith's investigation into Mr. Trump, sources previously said. Why are they calling him Mr. Trump instead of President Trump, by the way? In a separate letter Wednesday to Andrew Boutros, the U.S.
You know why. You're just putting that out. You know why.
Attorney General for Northern District of Illinois, Pulte alleged James may have falsified information on an application to Illinois-based Allstate. MS Now was first to report on the new criminal referrals. Abby Lowell, an attorney for James, accused the Trump administration of
What is that ad right there?
abusing the power to pursue a vendetta against her
Is that
by
an,
trying to
is that an actual ad for OSRS? Really?
rename, refile, and repeat baseless allegations. These desperate tactics will fail.
Oh, it
just
is.
as every
Oh my God.
previous attempt has failed and exposes an administration that has abandoned its responsibility to the American people in favor of petty political payback, Lowell said. See, petty political payback? She's going after Gabe Newell and Valve. Petty political payback. It's literally what she's doing to someone else right now. CBS News has reached out to representatives for Pulte comment. James was charged in federal court last year on counts of bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institute, alleging she misrepresented information about a property in Virginia to seek more favorable mortgage terms. But those charges were later dismissed. The indictment came after Pulte had referred her to the Department for possible mortgage fraud, though the charges turned on a different property that was not listed in this referral.
Are you still on
James denied
hiatus?
wrongdoing
Really?
in that situation. Argued
Well,
the Trump
yeah, you have too many
administration was
games on
targeting her for
your
political reasons. He
in the
probably
bucket
is.
right now.
I mean, let's keep it a buck here, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that could be charged for that kind of thing. I have a feeling that Trump is like, hey guys, find anything on this person and
I'll be honest with you, that bid frame in that ad over there is looking pretty hot. I don't know, I'm just like paying so much attention to it.
nail her to the wall with it, because fuck this person. It's the same thing she tried to do to Trump. So
They still hate
welcome-
VPNs?
welcome
Oh
to
man.
what the world does to you. James sued him.
That's
in
true, the
civil
price
court
did
for
get
allegedly
raised.
lying about the value of his real estate assets. New York judge found Mr. Trump and his company liable for fraud and ordered them to pay hundreds of millions of dollars. But an appellate court later threw out the financial judgment.
What's crazy is that Trump is a New Yorker. It's crazy, right?
Once again, nothing ever happens. Ever. That is the situation with the New York Attorney General, who is currently finding herself in some hot water, who is currently suing Valve, being referred for criminal prosecution and allegedly fraud, mortgage fraud, and potentially upwards of 30 years jail time plus financial.
If she is prosecuted. If she's prosecuted. For the most case, I don't see this going anywhere except for her probably paying some sort of fine. Like, really? She's probably going to pay some sort of bail or fine. Probably have some sort of maybe community service if she is prosecuted to the highest extent, and that's only because she's a politician and she's way too important right now for New York for them to just send to jail. I'd be surprised if they did, though. I'd be surprised.
Penalties for this person that is so just caring about the kids and really wants to get those gambling mechanics out of Counter-Strike 2, a game that no kids play. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna take her word for virtuous attempts at protecting the kids. That is Letitia James, and yeah, we'll see what happens with that one.
Thanks, Yui, for the video. It's crazy that I'll be honest with you. She is quite literally doing this possibly for either financial reasons, political reasons, and it's probably a force of habit of hers to go after what seemingly is like the worst thing ever. Oh yeah, I see this video. Yep, never buy a console ever again. If nothing happens, we know NY is cooked. If nothing happens, I'm just gonna chalk it up to being another Tuesday. I'm probably being kind of like not as like, I want to be sympathetic and see from like a unbiased reason here. Like, why would she start doing this? Because there are games with gambling, not gambling per se. I'm just gonna say it brings about gambling personalities and habits for sure. That's in gaming, but that's for games and in the world of gaming to deal with, really. And if she is trying to pull this up, it shouldn't just be the state of New York. She should try to get this throughout the entirety of the United States. So this is the reason why it's like she's doing this for New York, but like at the same time, I don't think she fully understands how gaming works in a general space. She thinks Valve is just allowing this stuff. They put their ESRBs in there. They say, hey, only adults should be touching this. Part of this is it's kind of the parents' fault, to be honest. Like, if parents aren't aware, if they're not being taught or introduced to the world of gaming, at least to the basic sense of where, oh yeah, okay, so this says Peggy 16 or this says rated M, right? Then they have to try to find, how is this good for my kids? Is there parental controls, and do what they have to do as parents? That's the issue. And the gaming industry are not trying to they're not trying to make it as obvious for parents. Hmm? Okay, this is interesting. Here's one. Here's something I didn't.
Hey, what's up, guys? Surf here. So here we once again talking about Sweet Baby Inc. It has been a while since we've talked about this consulting firm. However, recently there's been some quotes shared from its CEO, Kim Belair, that are quite ridiculous.
They're still here. That's crazy.
And you'll understand why in just a few minutes.
They are still here. Why is this company still here? Battle Shapers, Spider-Man 2, and Alan Wake 2. Oh, is that the reason why those games did not sell so well? Is that the reason? Well, Spider-Man 2 sold well. Spider-Man 2, just like the story was absolute, like, confusing to me. Like, how did they do like a 180 on everybody's personality like that? Gave Miles a sideways haircut, and they were just like, because everybody likes it. And I'm like, no.
Talking about one of the biggest challenges when it comes to the gaming industry, and that is, of course, white male gamers. Because
oh no,
that is
the white male gamer. Beware. They will ruin everything!
Of course, the focus of someone like Kim Belair, who is hustling DEI and other things to make a profit. She has to blame someone for all of the woes of the industry, including her own shortcomings. And of course, that target for all the blame is going to be white male gamers. Now, for those who are not familiar with Sweet Baby Inc., I want to really use this as an opportunity to introduce to you one of the symptoms.
Remember the Bible saying something about evil corrupts instead of creates. It is man who destroys, and man has the capability of creation. But evil always corrupts.
Of a very troubled
We have a lot
industry.
of that nowadays.
Sweet Baby Inc. is a seemingly small group of people. It is a woke consulting firm that has a very large impact, despite the fact only a small number of people work on their team. Their entire purpose is to reach out to developers and to convince them that these developers have to work with them. Otherwise, they're going to lose out on sales. They might get
To be fair, that is every consulting company. Every consulting company's job is to give a reason why any company should use their services. They literally get paid to spout bullshit. Or, if they're a proper consulting company, they are there to give sound advice. Advice that could save a company millions, if not billions of dollars. That is what a consulting company is for. And it's probably the reason why Sweet Baby Incorporated is still here.
canceled on social media, what have you, because Sweet Baby Inc. comes in and introduces a woke agenda. There's no other way to describe it. They want to push a modern agenda. They want to focus on the modern audience, their own very woke agenda, and that's what they push onto these companies, and ultimately it hurts them. And it hurts them extra when groups like Sweet Baby Inc. Detected were created. This was a curation list on Steam created by an individual named Kabrutus that simply looked at the public website of Sweet Baby Inc. and listed all the games they helped create. Now that seems like something they should be proud of as a company. However, they were very upset because people saw this list provided by Sweet Baby Inc. and said, hey, thanks for letting us know. We're not going to play this game because now we know there's a woke agenda likely in that game. Now, seeing this popular curation list, one of the employees of Sweet Baby Inc., Chris Kindred, back in 2024, came out with a full-on harassment campaign, not only encouraging people to mass report the curation list, but also to
Oh my
mass
God.
report
Chris Kindred. This person, he does not help that company at all. He keeps talking.
the personal account of Kabrutus, who created the curation group. Now, you can see the client list that was once public on Sweet Baby Inc.'s website. They have a great
Man, that name straight up in the top middle kind of disappoints me. But then again, yeah. Man. I still have conspiracy theories that Sweet Baby had something to do with Dawn Trail. There is no proof that they are involved, but I keep thinking that they have to have done something. It's like last minute Yoshi P said, take their name out.
range of influence in the industry. They have worked
Reach their
with
presence.
many different companies in the gaming industry and just the entertainment industry generally. And once it became more well-known knowledge about their influence,
How true is their list? Well, it is very true, because if we look at it, Sweet Baby has had at least credits in pretty much all of them. Like, I know for sure 2K, Ubisoft, Square Enix, WB, Santa Monica, Valve, yes, even Valve, Electronic Arts, Xbox Game Studio. I know that for sure. Rocksteady, Polytron. Let me see, who else is there? Yeah. There is Wizards. Yep, Wizards of the Coast. And Raw Fury, I do know that one. Compulsion Games, yep. So, they're there.
and once it became more well-known knowledge about their influence, well, the usual suspects like Kotaku came out and tried to run defense for Sweet Baby Inc., who found some new popularity. And that was popularity they did not want to have. Sweet Baby Inc. loved working in the background without anyone focusing on them. That was their entire business model, right? But Kotaku comes out and says Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. They're trying to gaslight you, but over time, people keep looking into this group more and more. The truth is in people's faces, and there's no denying what this group does. In fact, now we can shift focus into the CEO, Kim Belair, who famously once said to many different game studios during a convention, you should approach the higher ups of your project you're working on and basically terrify them, threaten them with the anger of cancel culture if they don't hire someone like Sweet Baby Inc. to help consult with your projects. Now we can go forward to the most recent report coming from Fandom Pulse. This came out just 2 days ago. So let's read this here. Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair describes white male gamers as picky babies. In quotes, I think in our industry and in so many creative industries, if you want to look at film and television and any art form, we start treating our core demographics as a fixed and static value, something that does not want to change and something that is locked in place. So despite the changing face of audiences, despite the changing face of conferences like this one, we still look at our core demographics and say, okay, they're white, cis, hetero males, and we cater almost exclusively to them. And the problem is that we don't just cater to them like, you know, here's something that we think you'll enjoy. We cater to them like a picky baby.
Okay, did she really said that? Well, she's wrong. I don't know why the core audience is white, why they have to be cis, even though that word really doesn't mean anything to me. And hetero males. Well, first of all, gaming is a male hobby. Doesn't mean that women can't enjoy it neither, but it is predominantly male. And if you're going to try to account for whether or not it is just white people playing video games or white males, you're wrong by a lot. Because it's not just white males, right? There's just a good amount of black. Like, if you go and start playing Madden, right? What is the predominant what is the predominant race for who are playing Madden? It's black people, right? And they're part of gaming too, you know? But that's just here or there, you know? She obviously has like her basic research on what demographic actually plays what games. She's not looking at anything specific. She's talking about the whole core audience of gaming as a whole, and the whole we can't really say what color of skin anybody like we can't say anymore because there's too many people playing video games. Way too many. So it's not just white cis hetero males. She was like wrong from the get-go. Like, really? And we treating them like picky babies? Does trying to cater towards your core audience in ways that'll make them happy so that they will continue to buy the products that you sell a wrong thing to do? Because the problem is that there are too many people out there who are trying to gain another audience, which is the reason why they fail. My goodness. Same shit as trying to call shit transcoded.
We know that they love.
Pretty much. A lot of female gamers I know
we're like
pretty big words for her. Well,
we know
of course.
You love it. Eat this.
Of course.
Eat this. So then,
my younger sister, not my youngest sister, plays video games. She played a lot of Fortnite. She plays or played a lot. Well, right now I think she's playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, but she plays a lot of video games, and it's kind of my fault. It's kind of my fault that she does.
When they get anything else, they react as picky babies would, which would be like, oh no, thank you, I do not want this. And we've actually done this so long that what we're doing is creating an entire nation of picky babies. And they make us scared to deviate from what we actually want to do, just in case.
You mean what you want to do? This is what she wants to do, not what everybody else wants to do. She says picky babies to try to kind of like insert that thought that maybe the people that game companies are actually catering to are just wanting crybaby, want this, want that, picky babies. But like, if you're going to try to keep an audience or keep your customer or whoever you're selling to, of course you're going to try to change something to cater to their needs. Of course you will. Like, that's what a smart person who owns a company would do.
In case these picky babies don't want to play our games, why do game developers hire someone like this?
The question is, why are game companies still hiring you? It's a little mean, but you have a larger portfolio of failures than you do successes.
The question posed
At this point,
by the author here. Yeah, that's a very good question. So basically, in this quote here, Kim Belair, the CEO of this woke consulting
my
firm
best
that
friend
has
just so happens to be
major
a woman
influence
and plays
on the
mini
gaming
games,
industry, is saying that the entire
I mean,
industry caters
it's like she
to
doesn't know that everybody
white
plays
male
games now.
gamers who are picky babies who will riot the second things don't go their way. Now, of course, if you've been paying attention at all the last couple of months, even years, you would know that that is not the case. And the comments to this tweet are all over it, okay? Let's just read a few. So you can see this comic sums it up perfectly.
What?
Okay?
What is this?
You have the person selling a thing saying, I have made more of the thing you like. And here's the actual audience, the real customers, excited. But then you have the woke consulting firm, like Sweet Baby, saying, I do not like the thing. You are a bad person if you do not address the fact that I do not like the thing. And that could be Sweet Baby, that could be the modern audience, activists, what have you. But the person selling the thing listens to the wrong person. They listen to the Sweet Babies. They listen to the activists, and they say, I have made changes to the thing. And the actual audience, the real customers, the gamers, in this case, say, that's no longer the thing we wanted. We're going to look for something else. And then the seller turns around and says, would you buy the thing, modern audience? And then the modern audience says, I never had any interest in the thing. Many such
That's
cases.
kind of
We can look
funny.
at stuff like Starfleet Academy that we recently talked about. We can talk about many different examples of franchises, even very well established ones, focusing on the modern audience and listening to the woke.
I like how you changed it from thing to thang. I have changed the thing, and everybody was like, nah, that's not what we want. Will you buy the thing? Nah. We don't really like the thing. We didn't have interest in the thing.
Consulting firms, listening to activists, and turning around and saying, hey, we did all these things for this modern audience. Are you guys going to buy it? They never do. So here's an example of modern media. I would like some Mountain Dew. Here's some Mountain Dew filled with piss. And then the customer says, that's not what I asked for. And then they respond saying, dang, these toxic fans. Many such cases.
What the heck?
Here's another reply saying, so despite the changing face of audiences, you mean the tiny modern audience? And we cater almost exclusively to them. That is a lie. For the past 10 years, they've done nothing but try to push white men out and replace them with everyone else. That's no surprise. Their games aren't selling. I mean, how many times have you seen game developers, community managers, what have you, come out and say directly, we don't want white gamers, we don't want male gamers, we don't want white male gamers, something of that variety. It is completely normalized. They feel emboldened. They feel like there's no consequences for saying this stuff. And we've seen it happen over and over again. If it hasn't been an eye-opening experience for you the last couple of years on social media with how a lot of the industry, whether it's journalists, developers, what have you, feel about gamers in general, and if you want to get specific, male gamers, white gamers, if it's not obvious how they feel about you yet, I don't know what else could happen at this point. Here's another reply saying, except we are not babies. In most cases, the people buying these games are grown adults with autonomy. You don't get to decide what we eat. You're not in charge of what we choose. It's our choice, and many choose to stay away from companies that think in the way she's describing. That's the whole point of Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, which is now evolved into DEI Detected. People don't want to engage with products and companies where the people creating it, or at least a number of the people creating it, just hate you. They just hate you for what you are. You know, characteristics you're born with. They hate you for it.
Hate you for just being who you are. And it's crazy that I mean, sorry, I'm leaning back a lot, but you know, my stomach's a little weird. I wish there was just a means of pushing these people out and giving them their own space. Right? Like, I don't even mind them making a video game. It's just like, go over there. They did try to compare us to kids and need to be force fed, because they don't. What their thing is that they're actually trying to force like a certain mind think in the company people, so that they'll make the games in the way of their image. And if it's in the way of their image, they're going to definitely find success, is what they're trying to feed them, right? They're trying to feed the companies like, oh yeah, you'll definitely find success. Problem is, it's not happening. And I'm wondering if companies have already figured that out. Like, I know Square Enix is like, yeah, we're going to move on from them. I know that for sure.
Why would you ever want to support these companies? I really, how does that register to anyone? Why would you ever want to support people who hate you for who you are? Makes
I don't know.
sense. And then they have the audacity to wag their finger in your face and tell you you're a bad person, or in this case, you're a picky baby because you're noticing these things happening, or you have an issue, or at the very least you say, yeah, I'm not interested. It's insane. Here's another reply saying, the reason she and people like her fail is that A, cis hetero males are the most profitable audience when it comes to video games. B, their ideas
I might have, but I think they saw a problem with higher ups still thinking NFTs will work. And they have a lot more problems than just NFTs. Like, the higher up of Square Enix have a specific issue of not knowing what their customers want, or not knowing their customers at all. They think these certain things because it makes a profit, and they're only thinking about the bottom line of the profit. So Square Enix has been like either getting mid successes or failing outright. They haven't had a really big success really probably since Rebirth, maybe, because 16 wasn't like the big success that they wanted, and 14 came out with Dawn Trail with middling reviews. So they haven't had like a big all-time success, really. They had like these tiny little successes on the side. All you people care about is money. I mean, yeah, that is the heart of a company. Like, them caring about money is more or less what I expect. Square Enix is going to care more about money. And honestly, that's what a company should do. But the thing is, they're being dumb about it. They're thinking, the bottom line of what they're thinking is money rather than like the entertainment value of what they're creating. If the entertainment is good, they will succeed. But they don't see that. They don't see it because they can't.
lack entertainment value and appeal to unprofitable audiences. C, they think they can force people to accept and support their entertainment through mass saturation and guild tactics. D, the only times they can manage some semblance of success is when they ride the coattails of popular brands, and those brands then quickly lose appeal and profit by alienating cis hetero males. Now that's the scary part about Sweet Baby Inc. and all of this stuff. I mean,
they're also making very dumb business decisions, chasing trends that made money for a lot of other companies, but it's not making them a lot of company. You have Square Enix doing mobile game after mobile game after mobile game, and they've already shut down 78 different mobile games. Not really thinking about the longevity of a mobile game or whether or not they actually make a true game on mobile. More or less, it's all the same goddamn thing. over and over and over again. And I have a feeling they'll get a little bit of money from Dissidia. And then after it's run its course, it'll probably be shut down within like 6 months to a year. The funny thing is, I think it's been about 5 days now. Dissidia's only had 500,000 downloads. That's not that good.
The companies they're working with are businesses. Okay, yes, they produce video games, but they are businesses. They have to make a profit, and a lot of them are greedy. Okay, they will do anything to make the most profit.
Brave Exodus could have been a good standalone game if they designed it that way. Yeah, sure.
The sweet babies of the world.
Maybe.
They keep listening to this garbage that is.
But you and my friends, Yui, like the thing is, the core of the gameplay is probably what was a lot of made a lot of people attracted to it, like Dissidia, Opera Omnia. People love that game to death, but the problem for me was it was designed in a way to waste your time, and it did a very good job wasting theirs. And they just didn't really look into that, because like every time they basically got caught in the loop, right? And they couldn't get themselves out of it. They really didn't want to, because they were enjoying the loop. You know? I think pretty much every single Square mobile game at this point has that central loop in it. And no matter how much they hide it with, like, oh, here's the, you know, the good basic gameplay that they put in the long run, we know what they're doing with that, right? It's a circular loop. We all know what it is. Legit, a lot of gacha games could be great standalone games if they weren't bogged down by the gacha BS. The way that any gacha game is really designed is to stem off of the gacha mechanic itself. So even if they did take the gacha out of like Opera Omnia, for example, it still will have that core loop. I'm not just talking about the gacha pools, I'm talking about the gameplay stuff that tends to be seen in the gachas. Yeah, like if we took, let's say we did take Brave Exodus or even Opera Omnia in the step. The way you would need to take the gacha out, like they would just have to do more than that. They would have to put like a central story that actually has like something to follow. Have reasons why characters pop up when you get them from a gacha thing. Instead of a gacha thing, they just show up in the story and they like join your army or something, or join your party. Have a central story around them, which honestly Opera Omnia does for every character. They have like a central chapter for them that you go through, and then they join your team, you know? But it's still a circular loop with every single game they make. And honestly, Square Enix is too afraid to steer away from that because they have no other better ideas. They're not willing to go back to basics unless it's like a side project like Octopath Traveler or Bravely Default. And they would rather full stop follow a trend for their moneymakers and then cater to the needs of their so-called audience when they have to.
Proving over and over again to not work. In fact, it's not that it doesn't generate more profit, it almost certainly loses you profit, especially if it's discovered that you're working with a Sweet Baby Inc. And in this case, with Sweet Baby, some companies have taken a step back away. They don't publicly mention that they're working with Sweet Baby, but they still are. They are smart enough to understand that if the public discovers this connection, it's going to hurt them, but they still get work. Sweet Baby still gets work, and that is the disturbing part. Again, it just makes no sense from a business perspective that they would just keep driving themselves into the ground by working with a company like this. And here's one last little one here. Our games aren't made for you straight males. Don't like them, don't play them. Okay. How dare you not play our games?
That's a good comic. Don't play them. Okay. And then ruins the company that they and they're like, what? You're not gonna play our games? And we're like, yeah, we're just gonna play our own games, yeah.
Any such cases. That sort of alienating that we see over and over again with these companies It just keeps happening. But yeah, that is basically the update with Sweet Baby Inc., who remains private on social media. And anyone who is not seen through a company like this is just wearing blinders or they have some agenda to push. But I just wanted to share that update. The latest quotes from the CEO blaming the picky babies, aka the white male gamers, who apparently have the whole industry at their feet, catering to them constantly, despite the fact that your observations of the last couple of years would tell you otherwise. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts.
Well, that was an interesting video. For sure. I think Sweet Baby Incorporated, they let's just change it here. Bam.
Thoughts about today's topic.
Whoa. They're just babies, and it's in their names. Kind of true. Kind of true. All right. I'm gonna try a little bit of solo play here because I haven't really been playing Crossworlds. All this is really a child tantrum, or like a, what was it? Hold on. If there's a proper word for this. A temper tantrum, sorry. Uh-oh. I pressed a button. Uh-oh. Yeah, a temper tantrum. Yeah, no, Sweet Baby Incorporated. Listen, I don't have words. I really don't. I don't have words for them because they ruined like the process of games that could have been really good. I really should like switch up the power or something. Ugh. Oh no. Only thing you could really say is, as someone that lives in Quebec, most of us do not acknowledge them as part of us. I forgot they were Canadian. I forgot about that. If they're Canadian, then like the company is in Montreal. Oh. Wait, well, I mean, now that I think about it, Canada's pretty much on the side of I don't know. Oh, I'll try it. I think I'm forced to try it anyway. Yeah, I'm forced to try it anyway. I'll try it. But I always thought that they was like those crybabies. I don't know what Quebec is like. I'm not going to assume anything. Oh, look at that. I kind of keep it on because I want to know what it's like, and then I switch it off. Yeah. Does my car look a little pink? That's not really red, is it? Like Proto Man's red. Like he's red. Okay, so it's all about rings. We all want the rings, right? Oh, we still get the... Woo! Somebody is really trying to knock me over there. Oh, invincibility, let's go! Woo! Okay, that wasn't me. Somebody should be passing me by. There it is. Oh, that's my partner. Oh, that's my partner too. Hey, what's up, buddy? Wait, I'm in the lead? Oh crap, and we got a monster truck and a bomb. Oh, it's my place. Yes, it's actually my favorite one. Ooh, you kind of pushed us over here, buddy. Nope, I'm down. Oh, I get the... We're going into the light. We're rolling into the light. Come on. Sorry, Knights. Has to be done. Really? Okay, get in front of me. Really? Okay, buddy. I see you. I came in last, didn't I? Yeah, I came in last. I got, like, destroyed. I got destroyed at the end there. Here's the ring one. The ring engine. There's the hyper ring engine, and then there's the ring engine. Feel like you're too stuck on the drift engine? Oh no, drifts is kind of like one of the mainstays of this thing, you know? Plus 12 to all stats, and you only really need one ring. That's That's nuts, dude. I got destroyed though, so like they really need voice acting. I have they ever given an explanation why they don't have like more voice acting? Like, really? Is there a reason why they don't have more voice acting on a lot of the characters? Uh-oh. Well, damn, really, bro? Is that how you feel? Thanks, Alamo Chow. You're great. Oh, really? Dude. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. Oh, Lord. Jeez. My dude's all the way up front. What? Why did I shoot it forward then? Why? I'm so mad at myself. I got first place because somehow I still had a boost. I still had a boost. I was like, I gotta save these 3 boosts. I don't even know how I got that. Oh, yeah. I didn't collect as many rings. I only got 302. Freaking Kirby Tune though, like that man was on a he's the real winner here. Yep, the lead keeper. Well, they supposedly lowered the odds of getting King Boo and Festival Sure. How's the heck? Sure as heck did not feel like it. I gotta be careful with these burps, man. It doesn't feel like the boos are coming out a little too much. King Boo, I should say his name properly. King Boom Boo. I wonder why Nintendo hasn't gotten them for that. King Boom Boo. They literally just put boom in front of the name. Yeah, I know, right? People just keep calling him King Boo. Man, I got King Booed. Oh. Well, I mean, that sucks. Your item got stolen. It's like, no. He just destroys first place. What game are you talking about? Actually, my car looks nice. Car looks actually rather nice. Surprised Nintendo didn't try to. Yeah. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't get after him for that one. Somebody just like leave? Yeah, we're missing a person. Blue team's missing a person.
See you later.
Guess what? We're gonna get Wily's Castle again. No! I shouldn't have conjured it into existence! Why did I do that? I shouldn't have said it. Ooh. Random, you failed me. Gosh darn it, Random. You're surprised. Well, when you play by yourself, I think the games are a little bit more stable. So like if Yui was playing by himself, he probably wouldn't get like kicked. Ah, fuck me. I paid for that. I'm in the back now. No, I didn't mean to say that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Whoa! I tried to shoot him. Did I hit somebody with that? That's hilarious. No, they're not. Let me get out of this. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Really? Out of invincibility? He can do that? Uh-oh. Sorry, Mega Man. Had to be done. Nice. Good job, Whisper. Holy crap.
Good race, everyone.
Whisper up in here winning games. Oh God, we're gonna lose. Our other two members didn't do too well. Second at most. Yeah, we got second. The big difference between top and bottom. Also, kind of funny, I saw someone saying that they wish we could have songs on a playlist that makes tracks play randomly while racing, and I'm just like, that's already a thing. True. Yeah, I set my music, but I don't know if I should really go back and set it again. Man, hey buddy! Still not red enough. You know what? I'm just gonna pick what I want.
Sounds good. Hey guys. Ta-ta.
Yeah, I still don't understand. Why didn't they put like bass or roll in there? Like that would have made a lot more sense. They put Windman in there. Like what? Like whoever thought this up was probably I don't think they understood like the legacy of like Mega Man and like the big primary characters, which was like Mega Man and Roll, Proto Man and Bass. Like it does not make sense. Oh, Airman, my mistake. Meme doesn't mean a thing. I don't care about no freaking meme. Put Roll. Oh wait, Roll's red too. Well, put Bass in there. Bass would have made a lot more sense. No, I don't have any handling. Never really liked this place anyway. Oh no! Oh, you're kidding me with that one. Jamming. Well, since I'm in the back anyway. Game? Oh my gosh. Dude, okay. Okay, I got the long version of that, which is good. I fucking hate Knuckles, dude. Knuckles hit from behind. Oh man, I hate Knuckles, dude. Knuckles can kiss the darkest side of my spiny butt because of that one. Screw you, Knuckles. Screw you, Knuckles. That's why we won, Knuckles. That's why we won, Knuckles. That's why we won, Knuckles. Screw you, Knuckles.
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
I get the thing now? Okay, cool. I got it. Grand. Hey, look, I could just... And now it's just tickets. I get it. I'm a little miffed at Knuckles. I want to play one more game so I can... Wait, hold on. Can I go back? Hello? Thank you. Mo 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 mo. Mo 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 mo. You know, I don't really want to do that. All right, people, can you hear the music? Hope you can. That was a Vampire Survivor update. They're talking about the next era of something. Oh, not Vampire Survivor. Sorry, V Rising. Ugh, gosh, dang it, dude. You know what's great is that there's actually speed runs for Hytale now. That's an amazing thing to find. Not really too sure. Like, my stomach's a little gurgly right now. You know what? Here's something. Show a little bit of this. Show a little bit of this game that I've been playing. This survival game that you guys probably don't know of, called RuneScape. It's a shame that you can only have 4 people play at a time. New game in the V Rising universe is coming through? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Dragon Wild is good. I haven't gotten too into Dragon Wild in order to make like any kind of assumption. Am I getting 80 rocks? No? There it is. There it is. There's the rocks. There they are. That's a chicken. What's this? Floor. Whoa. Whoa! Chicken, like I wasn't even trying to kill you, man. Oh my goodness, this is so fucking long. Sir Doman, where are you? What the heck? There's a story here, isn't there? Don't do it, chicken. I will kill you. I killed a rat. I'm surprised that didn't take like just 3 hits or 4 hits. Last time I played, its performance were very rough and magic wasn't in the game yet. It's still a little rough. Got that RuneScape vibe of leveling up, obviously. Don't you dare do what I think you're gonna do. Oh. Well, yeah, it's still rough. It's still rough. It's basic builds, basic survive. Furniture, crafting, the campfire here. Do I have logs, right? Okay, cool. And rat meat. I've seen some of the stuff in the engine files, so it would make it sound like a jet engine. It made it sound like a jet engine. Is it just gonna spew out the rat meat? Stop. There we go. Whoa! 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 Nobody was talking to you, buddy. Like, where'd you come from, dude? Nobody was talking to you. Nobody said anything to you. It was making my fans go crazy. Really? It was that bad? Oh my goodness. Okay. Things I want to talk to you about that. Okay. Stone dagger. Apparently, I have a recipe for a stone dagger. Did I put my... I did. It's all the way over there. And get some stones on the way here. This is giving me a lot of, Valheim vibes. Did they just look at Valheim and was just like, hey, we could do that? I shouldn't probably say that. I should probably be like, hey, this is really giving me a RuneScape vibe. Dirty water. I'm actually gonna put the kebabs up there. Phew. Oh my god. Phew, that was unexpected. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Alright. I'm good. Sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry. I need to sleep. I need a roof? Really? Hold on. There has to be a way to like break it down. Here it is. Right there. This is a roof. But I can't build it in here. I need an actual gosh darn roof. Okay. I need like a basic hut or something. Yeah, I need like a basic hut. Okay. Let's see if I can make that. Let's put my building to good use here. Just a basic hut. I need like a rust hut. That's what I need. I need a rust hut. I'm making me a rust hut. I can make a basic rust hut, right? Ugh, that's nasty. Let me just put like a thing on the top. I don't really care anymore. Like what? The square tile. Can I just put this on top? Is that? And this is when I... There it is. There it is. Basic rust hut. It is my basic rust hut. Look at that little piece of nothing. Look at that little piece of nothing. Oh, you only have to press run once. Okay. Look at that nothing jump. Oh my goodness, this nothing jump. Who was it? A finch? Chicken? Chicken? Chicken. Chicken. I challenge you. And you are now mine. Alright, so I gotta talk to this Zanuck fellow about magic. Yeah, there's a lot of progress to this game. Okay. Okay, I played enough of that. Sorry, I just wanted to play a little bit of it. It was short, wasn't it? That wasn't really the game that I was planning to play. I thought Sonic Racing would take a lot longer than this. It probably would have been like more stream focused if I did Dragon Wilds, but I still want to. I'm kind of experimenting with Dragon Wilds. I'm not really too sure what I want from it yet. I know it's a survival game, but as a survival game, sometimes I'm thinking maybe it's better to play with people. Like I played Re-Rising with people, and that's fun. Yeah, I thought Sonic would take a lot longer than this, but in fact, I was like right there next to the goal, which is weird. You know what? You know what I think we can do? I think next week I want to see if I can get together. If we can get together with Fellowship. That's one thing I want to try and do. I want to actually get to the N tier Fellowship. Say that I did it. Next big thing is for Dragon Ball is literally in 2 days. Wow. Too bad it's not an indie game. Yeah, it is not an indie game. It is made by Jagex, and Jagex is not an indie game company, not anymore. Yeah, let me I'm gonna have to get the team back together to see if we can get to the N tier Fellowship. I don't think Fellowship is on sale now. I could check. It's still $24. Yeah, it's still $25. One friend recommends against the game, and that's Tham? Tham recommends against the game. Wow, I didn't... Huh. I should ask him why. All right. I mean, I think there was a couple things that we can do. I mean, I can go back to Dragon Wild, but survival games has like a real they have a thing again. Like I have a thing for survival games. Once I get into it, I concentrate so hard. I'm like I really want to make this gigantic house, and usually when it comes to games like that, it is much more fun to play with friends. It's in a rough spot, so I'm not surprised if people can't recommend it at the moment. Really. So there's Dragon Wilds, there's Path of Exile, there's Slay the Spire. I want to see if I can get a solo run of The Defect. I'm gonna be against playing Dragon Wild again. Nah, I'm not gonna force people to play Dragon Wild. If I play Dragon Wild, I'll see to maybe the central group see if they want to play it or not. Right now, Solus wants to play Terraria. Hytale is also getting constantly updated, by the way. Hytale has already... Have you guys heard what's happening with Hytale, by the way? Welcome back, Argus. Like, how far did I get with, I don't think I went too far. DL3 vulnerable. It's always good to have a 0. Yeah, Hytale is actually really coming up and up. Mine says, you enjoy Dragon Balls when it comes down to it? I'll think about it, really. Now we have emotes and plus new tools for farming. Yep, they have that. They have new building material. They have a lot of stuff already happening. The one thing I want for Hytale, and I have to really figure out how I'm going to do this, right? I want to have a server that can hold more than just like 8 people, right? More than just 8 people, more than 10, but like, you know, maybe like 50 to 100. I'm trying to get that. Yeah, they also added proximity. And it's also dynamic proximity. So if you're like underwater, it'll sound like you're underwater. Ah, friggers. Okay. That first. Gain of darkness. Hit him. Drink. Also, funny thing about Simon I learned recently, he's from Quebec. That is funny. Yeah, I don't like this guy neither. Not in the way that he is right now. Power! I say the best number for a server is around 50. It's a good basic, yeah. 333, and I'm gonna take 4 hits. This is... like, this is the reason why I don't like him. Such a dick. In fact, this is probably not the best run for, probably not the best run of the defect, only because I mean to have, like, ugh, I hate this guy, dude. Already dead. Soul playing Slay Spire is rough. In some ways it is, in some... Really? Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? I'm rolling unlucky on this. My hand is going to be full of infested again. This is ridiculous. Good thing I do passive damage. Yeah, I got hurt way too much. First time playing power, gained 6 block. Oh. Ooh, synchronized. That's definitely good. I need to get rid of a card, to be honest. Obtain a relic. I got the every time you play 10 cards. And we have no cards. Okay, that's no card 1. That's fine. Gain 2 out of void into your discard. That's actually good. And then this is game 4. Channel. That's good. I also need to like not use one of the cards I'm looking at there. Like I want to stay with 3. If I do more than 3, it's a problem actually. I'm trying to make a passive, rapid passive deck, and I messed up with my rapid passive. They made sure damage scaling for weapons in Hytale was fixed now. They did. I need to get rid of capacity. I'm not making a capacity deck. And it's back. A longsword? So when you say longsword, do you mean like a greatsword? A two-handed sword? Yeah, they don't have a two-handed sword, do they? They're in creative? Haha! That's kind of funny. Well, I'm glad they're gonna add something. I forgot the randomness is always random. This may actually screw me. Yep. Yeah, that screwed me a little bit. Like every time, it seems to randomly always go towards and you know what? Make it guaranteed. It's also data for claw weapons and spears. Oh, they're about to hit the Minecraft, aren't they? There we go. Thank you, RNG. I mean, I don't know if you want to wait that long for them to put in a two-handed sword, to be honest. I think you at least want to touch it. I'm just looking forward to it. Oh, okay. I didn't. Whoop. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I could use a block. I'll replace that block. Oh yeah, I forgot my health goes up. Okay, I'm doing okay. Think I'm doing fine. Like to see the claw builds? I think I've only ran the claw build once, and that's only because they gave it to me, so it's like, okay, yeah. You don't mean Slay the Spire, you mean Hytale, don't you? You're talking about Hytale, right? Oh. I can only play one card once. Why not? Browsing server prices at the moment. Servers? Oh my goodness. Servers are, they're not cheap if you want a large population, I can say that for sure. Gone. Fairy in a bottle. Oh, now I gotta keep it. Depends on what you're looking for. A monthly and a quarterly. Yeah. Wow, okay. Hmm. Yeah, of course. Now he only takes 50% less. Jeezers, dude. Yeah, it took a lot. I had one room with the silent where I started off with the bomb. That's funny. You still failed? What? There we go. That was the best decision. I do want to get a chance to go shopping, but maybe I can wait. Wait, hold on. Ah! Might have ruined my run. there you are. What, you were literally the last card. Literally the last card. Oh, there's Claw. Okay. Ugh. I think I'm gonna end it here because I'm feeling a little bit sick. So I'm gonna go and sleep, maybe. I'll see y'all later, bye!